Am I the jerk for refusing to attend my best friend's wedding after she replaced me as maid of honor because I'm too fat, I'm pregnant, and asking her to pay me back for everything? I, 27 female, have been best friends with Claire, 28 female, since high school. When she asked me to be her maid of honor, I was thrilled and went all out to make her wedding special. I paid for the bridal shower, bachelorette party, a weekend trip, decorations, and other expenses, spending several $1,000s. While it was a lot of money for my husband and me, I wanted to make her big day perfect because she's like family to me. 2 months ago, I shared that I'm 4 months pregnant. Claire congratulated me but started acting distant afterward. She excluded me from conversations about the wedding and made passive comments about how hard it is to coordinate when people are distracted. I brushed it off thinking it was wedding stress. A few days ago, she sat me down and told me she didn't want me in the wedding anymore. Her reason? I'm getting too fat, and she doesn't want me in the pictures. She said she has a specific vision for her wedding and I no longer fit it. I was devastated. I asked if this was about my pregnancy, but she insisted it wasn't personal. She said she was replacing me as maid of honor with another friend who fit her aesthetic. I told her if I wasn't in the wedding, I wouldn't attend at all. I also handed her the receipts for everything I'd paid for and told her she or her fiancé needed to reimburse me since I'd only spent that money as her maid of honor. Claire flipped out, calling me selfish and accusing me of trying to ruin her wedding. She said it was tacky to ask for the money back and that expenses like these were my responsibility as maid of honor. I reminded her that she removed me from that role, so those expenses were no longer mine. Since then, Claire, her fiancé, and even her family have been spamming me with calls and texts. They're accusing me of being petty and overreacting because of pregnancy hormones. They're also saying I should have just let it go and written off the money because weddings are stressful and Claire didn't mean to hurt me. My husband has been incredibly supportive and says I did the right thing. He's furious at how Claire treated me and agrees that I shouldn't be out thousands of dollars for a wedding I'm not part of. I feel heartbroken and humiliated by someone I thought was my best friend. Still, the constant backlash has made me second-guess myself. So am I the jerk for standing up for myself and asking for reimbursement? Should I have just quietly stepped aside? Would I be the jerk if I refused to attend my best friend's wedding because she's making guests pay for everything? I, 28 female, have been best friends with Emily, 29 female, for over a decade. I've seen her through every breakup, job change, and finding herself phase. So when she told me she was finally getting married, I was genuinely thrilled for her. At first, everything sounded fine until the wedding planning started turning into a full-blown money pit for everyone but her. Emily's having a destination wedding in Amalfi, Italy, which already means thousands in flights and hotels. I expected that. What I didn't expect was a Google document titled Wedding Guest Contributions. It had a detailed breakdown of costs that she expects each guest to cover. $300 for the rehearsal dinner. Mandatory, apparently. $250 for group activities like boat tours and wine tastings. $150 for wedding attire coordination. She wants everyone in matching pastel tones for her photo shoot. $100 wedding gift fund. Yes, she literally made a minimum gift contribution. When I told her I couldn't swing that much, especially after travel costs, she brushed it off with, "Everyone's chipping in, it's not that big of a deal. Love requires effort." Meanwhile, she's been posting on Instagram nonstop about her new designer handbag, luxury spa days, and even a bachelorette trip to Paris, which she covered fully for herself but expected the bridesmaids to split her fiancé's flight. It doesn't even feel like she wants to celebrate love. It feels like she wants to fund a lifestyle while draining everyone's pockets. I told her I might not be able to make it, and she got cold, saying she expected more loyalty and that real friends support each other's dreams. Don't get me wrong, I love her, but I'm starting to feel completely taken advantage of. I've supported her through everything, but I can't justify going into debt for her aesthetic wedding lifestyle. So would I be the jerk if I told her I'm not coming because I refused to pay thousands for someone else's big day? 2 weeks before my wedding, my best friend confessed that the reason why me and my fiancé got together and will be married is because of her. My wedding is on the 19th, and my bachelorette party was last Saturday and was organized by my best friend Lucy. I partied with my bridesmaids, had some shots, and they were so excited for me marrying the love of my life, Erwin. We've been together for 3 years. After the party, everyone was wasted and went home, leaving Lucy and I in the Airbnb. I was not that drunk, at most tipsy, so I helped her clean up because I'll be staying the night with her too. While we're cleaning, she's silent, which is very not her. She was very active during the party, so I thought she's just tired, so I told her I can finish up and she can rest. So she went to the bedroom. While I was finishing the dishes, she returned to the kitchen. She told me that she needs to tell me something. So I stopped what I was doing. Then she said she's sorry. She did not expect that Erwin will ask me for marriage because it was a bet gone wrong. I was confused and asked her to elaborate. But what she basically told me is that when I first introduced them to each other, she and Erwin had a bet that if he can get me to marry him, she will exclusively date him. Apparently, they have been secretly dating since before I met Erwin. Their relationship was toxic, so they have these constant breaks, but on this particular break, she allowed him to date anyone. That's when Erwin and I met. When I asked her why she's only telling me this now, she said that she felt guilty. She didn't want to hurt me, but she didn't want to take full accountability and acknowledged Erwin's part in this. She was trying to convince Erwin to come clean together, but he refused and told her no. The bet was long gone because he was genuinely in love with me already. When I asked her if she still has feelings for Erwin, she answered yes, and she realized how good of a man Erwin is now. When I asked if Erwin knows how she feels about him, she answered no. But if I allow her, she'll confess her feelings for him. At that point, I just left. I had no energy left, even if I want to slap her at that moment. I feel so played and betrayed and humiliated. The two closest people in my life made me a pawn to their sick games. I don't know what to do, where to start. I'm so confused. It's been 3 days, and I haven't told anyone yet. Not even Erwin. Not even my parents. Lucy hasn't tried to contact me, and I think she didn't say anything yet to Erwin. The wedding is in 2 weeks. How do I face this? Update. A little history of how Erwin and I met. We met at a company event. My company was the host, and his was one of our clients. We bonded over the after party and exchanged numbers. Days after, he added me on Facebook. I actually saw that he and Lucy were mutual friends. So I asked him if they knew each other. He answered yes, and they met during their internship days, but they weren't close. I asked Lucy too, and she confirmed it too, so I didn't make a big deal of it. We began casually dating, no labels, just see where things go. I know that he's been seeing someone else at this time, as I do too. But when we admitted to wanting to make things official with us, we broke up with our casual flings. And the rest is history. Erwin and I already talked. I picked him up from the airport yesterday and told him about Lucy's confessions. He went pale, but he was calm. He told me to ask everything I want to know, and he will answer truthfully. I'll try to summarize everything here. 1. Did he know that I was Lucy's best friend when we met? No. They didn't talk much about their personal lives when they were together. But he knows that Lucy's best friend's name is my name, but when we met, he didn't really put the pieces together. 2. How long were they dating before we met? He did not keep count because they were on and off again, but they were casually seeing each other for around 4 months before we met. And in his mind, they were never official as they didn't label their relationship. He did try to pursue her, but she kept messing up with his head, so when she allowed him to date when they were on a break, he thought of it as a way out. 3. Did they really bet on me? Yes, but he did not take it seriously. He also did not initiate it. 4. When did the bet happen? It happened days after I introduced him as friend to Lucy. He admitted that since we were still not exclusively dating, he still sees Lucy. Lucy initiated the bet, and if he does win, she will know that he is mature enough to seriously date. 5. When did their relationship end? A month or so before we made our relationship official. He already broke things off with Lucy because he was starting to fall for me. Lucy took it well and did not even bring up the bet. 6. Why all of a sudden Lucy brought up the bet? Lucy started bringing it up after we made our engagement official. He admitted to have forgotten about the bet until she reminded her of it. So when Lucy reached out to come clean, he refused because he didn't really think that it was serious. 7. Is he aware of Lucy's feelings? No. He genuinely thinks that Lucy is happy for us. Right now, I don't know where to go from here. I believe him, but I just don't like the idea that the foundation of our relationship is from a bet. Whether it be serious or not, it's still not good. Can we rebuild trust from here? I don't know, but I'm willing to try. Aside from this issue, Erwin has been a great boyfriend, and I don't want to make harsh decisions about us and regret in the end. What I do know now is that we need to call off the wedding. He told me that he'll understand if I don't want to go on with our wedding anymore, but he asked me to consider our relationship because he loves me, and he'll do anything to regain my trust back. I also learned that Lucy actually tried to contact Erwin days after the bachelorette party, but Erwin missed her calls. She's still not reaching out to me, but I don't care anymore. Many of you say that she's sabotaging our relationship. This is her last-ditch effort to have Erwin by herself, and I think you're right. It just hurts that our 11 years of friendship have to end this way. A TikTok account that does Reddit readings featured my post, and it reached my ex-best friend. Apparently one of her friends forwarded it to her. Although I used fake names in my post, some of her family and friends figured out it was her, so she confronted me about it. She said she has apologized to me already, and it's unfair of me to share that story even if it's anonymous. She wants me to delete it because she is receiving harsh words from them, but I refused because this is also my story. And this is a constant reminder of her being awful and wasting 11 years of our friendship. So am I the jerk for doxing my ex-best friend? Like and subscribe for daily Reddit stories. All rights belong to the original author. This video is for narration/entertainment purposes only.